Hey everybody, so I have not done an update since I did my packing the hospital bag, and I just wanted to do a little bit of, sorry, of Lily's birth story. So, Lily was born December 20th. And early that morning, I think it was probably like 3, maybe 4 o'clock in the morning, my water broke. Well, I wasn't experiencing any contractions or anything at the time, so I called my 24-hour on-call nurse, and I asked them, should I go ahead and go to the hospital, or should I just wait because I'm not having contractions? And I was told to just go ahead and wait because if there was a high chance that if I went up there at that time, that because I wasn't having contractions, I would be sent home. So I actually had a doctor's appointment that same day. It was my last it was my last OB appointment too. It was for like 9:30 in the morning, I think. So I was told, just go ahead and wait. Instead of going to your appointment, go straight over to labor and delivery. Okay. So 9:30 comes around. I go to my appointment. Well, I go to labor and delivery. And they put me in one room. And they do a test to make sure that it was amniotic fluid and not, something else. And I was in that room until about 10:30 when they came in and told me that it did test positive, it was amniotic fluid, and that I was being admitted to the hospital. So I went from the triage over to actual labor and delivery. So I'm in labor and delivery. I get admitted at 10:30 in the morning, and I texted my stepmother and I told her that I was admitted, and so she left her house in Palestine at about 11 in the morning. At about 12:30 I was at 2 centimeters and I was 50% effacement, and because I was, so slowly progressing, they started the Pitocin drip on me to pretty much induce and make it go quicker. So a few minutes later, my stepmom arrived at the hospital. She arrived at 12:49. I had to write all this stuff down so I wouldn't forget it. At 2 o'clock, the Pitocin really kicked in, and that's when I started feeling contractions. I'm pretty sure I was having contractions before that, but 2 o'clock is when, I really was starting to feel them. At 4:30, they were getting stronger and closer together. And at 6:18, they were so strong that I went ahead and got the epidural. Then at 9:30, I was, I deleted my group chat, so I don't know, how far, I was dilated between 2 and 8. But, at 9:30, I was 8 centimeters and 100% effaced. And then they came in to check me around 10 or so. And, since she was born there, it was probably about 10:30 they came in to check. And they're like, "Oh, you're ready." And I'm like, "I am." So they And I'm sorry, guys, ahead of time if this is TMI. But they went ahead and removed the catheter, and as soon as they removed the catheter, her head was right there. So the nurse was already like calling for the doctor, and they didn't put any urgency to it, so the doctor was kind of taking her time coming in there. Doctor comes in, and the whole time the nurse is just sitting there with her hand right there to keep her in. Doctor comes in and she's asking what's going on, and the nurse tells her, she's like, oh well, nobody said it was urgent. And I'm just like, what the hell, really, seriously, like what so they put my legs up on the thing, on the things that you put your legs on. I don't know what they're called, the leg rests. And sorry, they had me push. I pushed 2 times, and then out popped this little one. So Lily Quinn Alexander was born at 10:49 p.m. on December 20th, 2018 at Hillcrest, Baylor Scott and White. She was 7 pounds, 2.1 ounces, and she's 19 inches long. Her original due date was Christmas Day. She came 5 days early. Let's see. I stayed in labor and delivery all of the night the rest of the night that she was born. And then around, I want to say maybe around like 10 or 11 the next day, we were moved over to the mommy and baby suite, which that bed was so much more comfortable. But yeah, and then we went home on the 22nd, which the 22nd was actually the 13-year anniversary of the day my grandma Lily passed away, whom she is named after. So it was kind of bittersweet that, we were going home on that day. But yeah, here is the product. Isn't she adorable? Oh. She's a very, very good baby. Doesn't cry very often. When she is crying, she's either hungry, dirty, or just wants attention, which here lately, she's just been wanting attention. Like anytime you lay her down, she will wake up and she will cry. And I'm trying so hard to not pick her up and hold her all the time. But it's so hard. You hear them cry and you just want to hold them. But yeah, that is my birth story. And yeah, I don't know if you guys are going to enjoy this video or not, but I just wanted to share her birth story with everyone and let you see the baby. Tomorrow is actually her 2-week appointment, so she's 2 weeks old tomorrow. I cannot believe that 2 weeks have already gone by. With me being a mom, it feels like she was just born a few days ago. It's completely crazy and unreal, and yeah. So bye.